You should see got it. Ron, welcome to my show. Thank you for joining me. How are you, buddy?
I'm great. I'm great. Glad to be here, man. Thanks for the invite. I appreciate you.
Well, it's so good to have you here. I know you're busy, and it's always amazing to have deep conversation with you. And so I really appreciate you coming in. But let's jump right into it. Tell us who you are and what you do.
So my name is Ron Green. I am a video strategist. So I own the Video Plug located in Woodstock, Georgia. And I create video content to help businesses grow and scale.
Awesome. That's fantastic. And how did you get to this point? Like from a journey perspective, how did you get here?
Well, I gotta tell you the truth, Ricardo. I never picked up a camera in my life until the pandemic hit. My first passion is youth development. I build young leaders. That's my first love. So I create programs, build curriculums to really build young leaders. But when the pandemic hit, all the training and groups and stuff went away, and I had to pivot. So what I found out was everybody and their mama, it seems like, was opening up their own small business, side hustle because of the pandemic, but they had very low quality video to really represent who they were in the marketplace. So I looked at that as an opportunity to start the Video Plug.
That's amazing. That's an amazing journey, and it's interesting how the pandemic can bring so many different realization to our lives. So that's an amazing story that it sort of got you into that direction. And so obviously we're going to be talking about video because this is who you are. So tell us about this tool, video. We're going to be talking a lot about video as a tool. So talk to us about video for those of us who may have been living under a rock and has never been out for forever. What's this tool about? What it is, and how can we actually use this to benefit our business?
So video is extremely powerful. Let me say that first. People watch videos. They prefer videos over still image. They prefer video over text. It's something about a moving video that tells a story that compels people to zone in, focus in, and watch what that person or what that video is displaying. So video is a powerful tool to grow and scale, man. And it's a beast in itself, man. So whoever's out there not using video, shame on you, because you're leaving a lot of money on the table.
That's interesting. And you're absolutely right. The video is leading the way in terms of it's the one form of media that has really sort of catapulted ahead of all the other forms, if you may. So I'm curious, who is video for? Like who uses video? Because obviously there are some people who are not using video, and there are others who are using it more than others. So who is this really for?
Really, the videos that I create, they're for small businesses that want to grow and scale. It's an effective tool used to drive clients to your products and services. So there are three main videos that I focus on that gets that done. And I want to really dispel the biggest myth of them all in the video world. And that myth is that if you get one great video that's masterly done, just done in a way that's phenomenal, that you now will be on Forbes magazine, the phones will be ringing off the hook. You're gonna have to hire a whole new team of people. It's a misconception. Videos don't work that way.
Yeah.
There are multiple videos that work together as a machine as you take a person or potential lead from place to place until they get ready to use your product or service. So the three videos, number one is called a promo video. It's just that it should be very quick. Usually right around the 40-second mark is really like the most effective. So right around 40 seconds, definitely no more than a minute. That's your promo video. And a promo video has one job, Ricardo, is to drive them to your website. That's all a promo video is supposed to do. Then number two, the second video is a brand message video. Now this video is specifically designed to go on your website. It's a little longer video, about 2 minutes, and it tells top to bottom, front to back, who you are and what your business does. Mm-hmm. And then lastly, you have the testimonial video, which can be placed on a website or social. And it really just gives an account of someone who has used your product or services and are delighted with that service. We capture that. That's called social proof. People want to see that your stuff works. And then once you carry them from here to here to here, then they're much more prone to start to use your product or service.
Awesome. Amazing. That's a good lesson right there. And so how is video different than from whatever else that people have been using out there? I know there are different forms of media, but how is video different from those other forms? And can we talk a little about the other forms and then sort of contrast and compare with video?
So, you can always do what we call a still image, right? You can do it if you're promoting your business, you can do a still image with a text or something like that. So that's a tool in itself. But what we find out in the video world, we understand that video is the golden goose for client attraction. People would rather actually look at a video that tells the story of your business than say a still image or just text. So I think when you use text to do promotions or still images, I think you're hustling backwards. You're going backwards because you will not gain the interest of people, and they'll move on and scroll away.
Awesome. And so what is it that we can do with video? Like, you talked a little about the three different ways that we can use video, but talk to our listeners a little about some of the things that we can really do when we have these kinds of videos, the magic perhaps that we can create when we have these kinds of videos.
Well, when you have videos, you can do stuff like, you can even do an email campaign that has a video link that if you have a pretty good database of in your email, and you can just do video blasts via email. And I tell you, once you send an email and in the subject line, if you say, hey, great day, sent you a video from, when they see the word video, they're like 4 or 5 times more likely to open that up than if it's not there. So email, a lot of people slip on video email marketing is great. That's a great tool. You can use the video in conjunction with your email to really make a huge difference in the video game, man.
Nice. So, and I like that. So video email marketing, you can certainly, once you create these videos, you can distribute that to email. Is social media one of the other things that you can do with these videos as well?
Yeah, so social media that's going to be the beast right there. I call it the beast. And videos and social media work hand in hand. Videos work great with social media. Most people on social media want to see videos. They love to see videos. They have an appetite for videos. So you just have to be smart about, most people don't know the rules, Ricardo. And most people, they will take a video with their cell phone and the video might be 3 minutes long, and people are not going to watch that. Sorry, they're not. I don't care how good the video is. They're not going to watch it on social media. So you have to know the rules. You want to keep social media videos really short. And again, the deal is you want them, the ultimate goal is to drive them to your website. So social media is a beast when it comes to video. If you have a video crafted in the right manner, with the right professionalism and the right tactics, you can really grow and scale using social media using videos in the social media world. And also one other thing, Ricardo, just recently, not too long ago, LinkedIn, you can now post videos to LinkedIn. A lot of people are sleeping on this. You can really use video to your advantage on LinkedIn now. So that's another great thing that you want to think about.
Nice. That's really nice. And I was just going to ask you about integration as well. And I think you touched on that a little bit, where can we sort of, integrate some of these videos that we will create? And you talk about social and the emergence of LinkedIn, and I'm sure some of the other popular, social channels as well. I hear TikToks is all about videos too, and so forth. And so outside of the email, outside of the social media, and then of course there's the website where we'll integrate this. Are there any other place that we can kind of integrate our videos as we create them?
That's a good one. Those are normally the areas in which I use them mostly, in all social media platforms. Email, when we're talking about building and scaling businesses, which is what I do, those are usually the formats in which I use them. Me as a video strategist, one thing, and it might be good for a person that's building and scaling their business too. I usually I usually have an iPad, well, a tablet, and I usually keep videos in that tablet because I'm meeting people all the time at coffee shops or where have you, and we start to discuss what I do, what they do, and they say, well, hey, you got anything you can show me? So that'd be good to have a catalog, if you will, just in your tablet to be able to present in a face-to-face form, if you will. So that's another way to use video.
Awesome. And so for listeners interested in getting into video right away, what is it that they need to do to start doing video? Because I know some people get apprehensive or hesitant around, oh, I don't want to go on any video, or I'm shy, etc. What is it that we need to be able to do to start using videos?
Well, the first thing you got to do, I think you're right. We have to get out of our own way first, because video can be intimidating. Most people, or a lot of business owners, especially small business owners, they just don't know where to start, right? When video is a little different beast. It's not like you could just, if you need a logo, you go to this logo person. The video is kind of a little different beast, and you kind of, maybe it's a little intimidating for many people. And then just being on a camera is intimidating. So a lot of people put that on a back burner, or they'll try to do some videos themselves. I think we get out of our own way first and look for professional video strategists. And in my opinion, strategists, not just videographers, there's a big difference. A videographer simply captures footage. That's it. A video strategist will capture footage, kind of act as a director, and actually give you the strategy for the placement of the videos and how to really obtain ROI by using and placing those videos. It's a big difference.
That's powerful. That's interesting. I actually wasn't even thinking about that. So thanks for enlightening me on that. And so staying in business for years is not easy, I'm sure, and I can attest to that as an entrepreneur. How have you done it? I know you started around the pandemic, but you were doing other stuff before, I'm sure. How have you done it to date, and what would you say has been the best thing that has ever happened to you?
I think one of the most effective things that I do to stay not only afloat, but to really thrive, is simply meeting other people, becoming accessible to other people. I've met so many people over this course of this past year since opening up my business, but that was intentional. Ricardo, I understand that we grow through other people. So if I'm not making myself accessible, if I'm not shaking hands, if I'm not showing interest in other people's stuff and meeting other people and adding value, and I'm thinking I could just build this thing on my own, just do the work, build it. It'll never happen. So the most effective thing for me is simply networking, meeting people who are smarter than you, who have traveled this road maybe longer than you, who can give you wise counsel. Those are heavy hitters, man. Success leaves clues. So meet people, man. Talk to people. That's the most effective tool that's helped me to thrive.
That's amazing. That's fantastic, and that's how we met. And so,
Yep.
Later you're on our podcast as a guest, and that's beautiful. Ron, is there anything that I didn't ask you that you'd like to share with us today?
Well, I don't know if it's not maybe anything you didn't ask, but I'd like to just make a statement, like just a broad statement.
Sure.
I believe nobody came to this world without a gift. Nobody. And I think most people never find a gift because we all become too sidetracked with just secondary activities, going to work, going to this barbecue, going to this football game. When we take the time out to look inside of ourselves, there's an amazing gift there that we can all access and activate and serve it to the world. So yeah, man, I just felt led to say that.
And that's powerful. That's powerful. And they usually say that a lot of the talents actually in the cemetery because folks didn't actually use them when they're around, and they take them with them to the grave. But I had a question around sort of. Usually, I always like to ask my guests about books that they're reading and podcasts and Clubhouse that you're in, and so I kind of wanted to pick your brain a little around sort of what kind of books are you reading these days, or have you read that really had spoken to you?
So I always read personal development books, books that help me develop as a person, help me become the best version of myself that I can become. And one book that stands out is Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Mm-hmm. And very powerful book. And I tell you, there was one line in there that just blew me away. And it says, the worst day in a person's life is the day they receive their first paycheck. He says, because it's at that very moment that they become enslaved to the idea of working for someone else and never even explore that they have their own business very deep inside of them. Mm-hmm. And I just thought that was a heck of a statement, because as I reflect and look back at my own life, my first check was at McDonald's. I was about 15, and my first check, the minimum wage was $3.35 back then, Ricardo. And my first check for 2 weeks was like $130 something. And I got the check, I held it up, and I said, whoa, how can I get another one? And I chased the check for like 40 years and never even explored that I could have something myself.
Wow. That is so profound. And thanks for sharing that. What about, I know you talked about Clubhouse. Are you listening to any specific room? Are you hanging out in any room that we can join you from time to time?
So there's a particular room that I hang out in. It's the Real Deal Video Strategist Club. This is a course that I took online, and I don't know if are you familiar?
No, I'm not familiar with it at all.
Okay, so it's the Real Deal Video Strategist Club. We have a clubhouse there, which is it's amazing, man. This is the first clubhouse I've been in. It's amazing, a lot of valuable information. So I'm just getting into the clubhouse game, and I like it, man. I love information. I'm a sponge for information, man. So it's working out great, man.
Nice, awesome. And I know you don't listen to a lot of podcasts, and we're going to change that today, because you're going to be listening to our podcast and share it with the world. Right. And so that's it's always good to have you around. We're looking for creators and master users, Ron, of tools that help businesses to grow, even in their own business. And we always like to ask our guests, can you think of anyone who is either a creator of a tool or a master user of a tool that you'd like to sort of recommend for us to have a conversation with? Because our listeners love hearing from others who have grown and just kind of really understand how they've grown and what they've done to grow.
Sure. So one name off the top of my head is, and I'm not sure he's been on your podcast already, but John Cloonan.
Oh yeah, we had John. We had John a couple episodes back, so he's definitely in.
Okay,
Great guy.
He was at the top of my list. Oh, let me see. You said tools. I think there's a young lady. She might be. I don't know. That's a tough one, man. John was my go-to on that.
All right. Well, you won on that one because we did have John, and certainly we'll have John coming back again. I mean, John's a great guy. He really talked to us and poured into us, and so. But thank you so much, Ron. I really appreciate your time to do this. Looking forward to talking with you again. So we don't want to, be a stranger now. We want to have you back on this show to kind of talk, give us some of the latest trends around video soon. So thank you for joining us, and we really appreciate it. And until next time, we definitely will be chatting again.
Thank you, my friend. Salute.
All right.